Hi, I'm Dr. Dave Janda, and please welcome to our Operation Freedom platform, WeThePeopleProcessing.com. You know, are you tired of being threatened to be canceled just because you have a company focused on liberty and freedom? Well, worry no more, folks. WeThePeopleProcessing.com is your go-to merchant services, freedom-based company to provide business service payment solutions. We the People Processing provides their clients a cancel culture-free platform which is domestically based. They provide competitive rates, no contracts with next-day funding, a fully vetted and like-minded financial infrastructure, and full support for integrations, implementation, and e-commerce efforts. Bottom line, WeThePeopleProcessing.com focuses on defending your company's free market growth, values, and future. Check them out at www.WeThePeopleProcessing.com. Once you're on the site, enter in password Operation Freedom or call 855-499-2024. That's WeThePeopleProcessing.com. Then, when on the website, enter Operation Freedom as your password or call 855-499-2024.
Mr. President-elect,
go ahead.
Can you say
Asking a
categorically,
question.
Mr. President-elect, can you give us a question?
Don't be
You're
rude.
attacking us. Can you give us a question?
Don't be rude. No, I'm not going to give you a question. I'm not going to give you a question.
Can you state categorically?
You are fake news.
Sir.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dave Janda. Welcome back to Dave versus the MSM. I'd like to thank you for joining me today and thank you for support of this platform. Now, we have extra shows, extra content, always available 24/7 at davejanda.com. davejanda.com. We have the free side, the public side, where we upload information on a regular basis, but where the real meat of the matter is on the subscription side. I believe the biggest bang for the buck in all the internet. Priceless information that I cannot go to or into on our radio show. Why? Because there are deep state players still at the FCC. They would take down the radio station. And I can't go into it, obviously, on YouTube. We're already getting suppressed enough, so why just make it easy for them? And that's what we have davejanda.com for. Now, on our subscription side, I recently had back for a follow-up interview one of the top physicians, researchers, and freedom fighters on the medical front, Dr. Lee Merritt. Our first interview we did went viral. It was, no pun intended, on the data. This is a follow-up where we update information on all of the above. And it's called Flu Détat Goes Viral. That interview has been made public off of our subscription platform. It's at davejanda.com. Near the top of the homepage, both Dr. Lee Merritt interviews are there for you. I encourage you to watch them and then to network them to anyone and everyone you know. The more people who are educated on this issue with the facts, with the data, the more people become empowered. And frankly, the more people that become safer and healthier. I think it's become apparent that what we've gone through over the past, year and a half or so is at the hands of the deep state, the globalist syndicate. When I started speaking about it being out of their hands and who to point the finger at, as far back as January 2020, I was deplatformed on a number of social media sites. I was demonized. I was denigrated. But in the end, I was 110% correct. I now want to talk about their next event. Oh, they're not done. No. They're far from done. One of the players in this is the head of the World Economic Forum, a guy by the name of Klaus Schwab. We've spoken about him before. The elite see all of us as what they call useless eaters. that we are utilizing the resources that were meant just for them and their families. And it was because of their good graces that they're allowing us to continue to walk on planet Earth. These people are sick. They're ill. And they are evil with a capital E. That's not hyperbole. It's a fact. They see us as being in the shower, and occasionally, before they flush the toilet, in other words, bring out more chaos and destruction and death, they give us a heads up, because in their sick world, they see it as, well, we told them we were going to do this. And if they didn't prepare ahead of time, well, it's their own fault. They gave us a heads up about this whole, and I can't say the word, 32 years in clinical practice, I can't say the words because of the sensor monitors here, which is why we have the website. Right? They gave us a heads up. This Klaus Schwab guy, this founder of the World Economic Forum, global elite organization, New World Order crowd, that whole group, told us before it even started, here's what he said, quote, "The pandemic represents a rare but narrow window of opportunity to reflect, reimagine, and reset our world. There is an urgent need for global stakeholders to cooperate in simultaneously managing the direct consequences of the crisis. To improve the state of the World Economic Forum is starting the Great Reset Initiative." But now, he has also painted a picture of their next event. We've spoken briefly about this, but it bears repeating. Here's what Klaus Schwab recently said, quote, "We all know, but still pay insufficient attention to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack could bring a complete halt to the power supply, transportation, hospital services, and our society as a whole. The crisis would be seen in this respect as a small disturbance in comparison to a major cyber attack. To use the crisis as a timely opportunity, a special timely opportunity, to reflect on the lessons the cybersecurity community can draw and improve our unpreparedness for a potential cyber pandemic." End quote. That's their next event. And they've already given us a couple little hints when we had the Colonial Pipeline shut down. Remember that? That shut down at least 25% of the petroleum input coming into the East Coast. And then we saw it with the attack, the cyber attack on JBS, one of the largest meat processors in our country. We saw the ramifications of that. I believe those were just a little tune-up. And in fact, they're holding a conference. You haven't heard about this on Fox News? Or no, of course you haven't. Because they are there, meant to disinform you, misinform you, and keep you uninformed, to hide information. July 9th, July 9th, there's going to be a special event. Just as they had that special event months before the occurred. Preparing for a cyber pandemic, CyberPandemic 2021 to stage supply chain attack simulation. The World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab, will stage a cyber attack exercise as it continues to prep for a potential cyber pandemic that founder Klaus Schwab says will be worse than the current global crisis. The World Economic Forum has announced that the 2021 event will be taking place on July 9th. This year, CyberPandemic 2021 will simulate a fictional cyber attack with participants from dozens of countries responding to a, quote, targeted supply chain attack on a corporate ecosystem in real time, end quote. Are they talking about our food supply? Are they talking about our energy supply? Maybe all of the above. According to the World Economic Forum, the was known as an anticipated risk. Yeah, they gave us a heads up, remember? And so is its digital equivalent. Oh. What's more, this is the World Economic Forum, quote, a cyber attack with like characteristics would spread faster and farther than any biological entity. Its reproductive rate would be around 10 times greater than what we've experienced with the... So what do? Well, recently on the radio show, I had Dad Brigman on. And we spoke about steps you can take. What would I suggest? Or what have I done? Well, I think you have to make sure that you have storable food, storable water. Is it financial insurance policy? We've talked about it on this platform a number of times, including the radio show, including our subscription side in great depth. But superficially, I can tell you that in times of duress and trouble financially, what holds value and is like an insurance policy are precious metals, gold and silver. You have to look at the energy sources you might have coming into your home. Is there something you can do to prepare in that respect? It's not fun thinking about this stuff. I'd rather be talking about rainbows and lollipops. But that just would distract you and make it so that you are not prepared. My role as a physician for 32 years was, one, being reactive as an orthopedic surgeon. An injury occurs to an individual and me taking care of that individual. But a big part of what I did was being proactive. That's the research I did in prevention. It's based on looking at the landscape, identifying potential risks and complications associated with aspects of life, identifying them, and addressing them and mitigating them to the point where if something occurs related to what has been identified, that it be minimized. Well, one way we minimize this is outing what these guys are up to. They love surprises. And they really are cockroaches. And when you shine the light of truth on them, they scurry away. And they change their plans because it doesn't have that element of surprise. Because when you have that element of surprise, more people are devastated by it. So one of the things I'm trying to do is give you a heads up because, well, then it's not such a surprise. And it takes all the fun out of it for the evildoers in the deep state. The other thing we can do is prepare, as we spoke about. And the other thing we can do is we can contact our members in our state legislatures, our governors, and in the federal legislature, in the House and Senate. Say, look, this is what this clown's talking about, this evil clown. What are you doing about it ahead of time? Because I'm holding you personally responsible ahead of time. That if you don't do something to harden the grid or whatever it might be, harden supply chains, I am gonna hold you accountable, and I am gonna make it so that, well, I speak to all my friends and family and relatives and coworkers so that we get someone that we support in the primary so you don't get to sit in your big fat leather chair any longer. And if you don't think they listen to that, you're wrong. They do. Because they realize there's only so many ways things can be manipulated. And if the public in large number is aware of someone not doing what they need to do, there's a good probability they're not going to win re-election. They care about two things. They don't care about you or me. They care about, one, money, and they care about the public being wise to an issue and they're on the wrong side of it or they're not doing enough. Because the odds are they're not going to get back to sit in their big fat leather chair. They don't want you to think that you have power. You do. Our numbers is what terrifies them. I thank you for your time today. I hope you'll come to DaveJanda.com. We have our Lee Merritt interviews, our Dr. Richard Fleming interviews there for you. They're free. We have our subscription side. We hope you'll become part of our Freedom family. And I hope you'll join us for the radio show every Sunday from 2 to 5 Eastern. It's live and free. You go to DaveJanda.com, hit the Listen Live button. It'll take you to Wham Talk 1600 streaming service. Hit that. You're with us. Great guests, great analysis. Information the bought off lamestream fake media tentacle of the deep state will never touch. And if you missed the show, the archives are always available for our subscription on our subscription platform, in addition to our extra shows that we do every week. I thank you for your time today. Until next time, Dave Janda signing off. Dream big and dare to fail. Thanks for your time.